Eagles fans, and NFL fans. You guys are locked in on another episode of Chalk It Up Sports. I'm your guy, Tone DeShields II, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. Let me say it again. Doesn't matter if we win, doesn't matter if we lose. We just got to charge it to the game. I appreciate you guys. Once again, my name is Tone DeShields II. I am the host of Chalk It Up Sports. I am the host of this ever so gracious platform, and I'm super grateful for you guys always locking in on the show. First and foremost, right? The show is nothing without the people. The show must go on, but the show is nothing without the people. You see, I feel like sometimes people forget that. Sometimes people get so caught up in what they're getting from you guys, but they don't understand that it's about what we give, right? In order to receive, one must give. In order to gain, at times, one must sacrifice. So I'm grateful for you guys sacrificing your personal time, kicking it with me. I definitely don't take it for granted. You guys are spectacular. As always, let's do some quick shout outs before we get into the conversations here. Shout out to my man Jason 18, Tony, CJ Davis, Flexing and Stepping, Trey 979, Pro Fan Talk, my man Coach Marcus, Corey Allen is in the building, Spa City Chop, Robert Driscoll. Appreciate you guys, man. I really, really do appreciate the love. Eagle Slayer, welcome to the show. Appreciate the love you guys always give. So, look, man, here's the thing. You know, the Philadelphia Eagles made a lot of moves in the offseason. Some of them we agree with, some of them we don't agree with. But it always happens that way, right? Some people we agree with, some people we don't agree with, right? Some of us like the Saquon signing. Some of us didn't like the Saquon signing. Some of us liked the Devin White signing. Some of us did not like the Devin White signing. I think we all loved the Chauncey Gardner-Johnson signing, though. I think we all love CJGJ coming back to where he belonged in Philadelphia. I think we all like that signing, right? But so on and so forth, right? You can always nitpick and pick and choose which signing you like and why it will work, why it won't work. We can always go down that lane. But here's the bottom line, though. No matter how we may feel about it, let's talk about the facts. The fact of the matter is, in particular, on the defensive side of the ball, they lacked an edge. They lacked an intensity. They lacked a swagger. They lacked a certain juice. They lacked a certain level of accountability on that side of the ball. Now, that's not me taking a shot at anybody on that side. From a leadership standpoint, I think everybody led the best way they knew how. But every now and again, you need somebody that's ready to jump out the window. Every now and again, you need somebody who's ready to throw some bows. You feel what I'm saying? You need some people who can set the tone mentally and physically. And I think that's the kind of energy that CJGJ and Devin White are going to bring. Say what you want about the ups and downs they've experienced over the past couple seasons. Say what you want about that. Say what you want about that. You may be right, but you could be wrong. What may happen in Philadelphia may not occur somewhere else. So all I'm trying to say is, in my humble opinion, the edge is back. The edge is back. CJ Gardner-Johnson brings an edge. Devin White brings an edge. You know, I listened to Devin White's press conference again this morning, just because I wanted to, get a stronger sense for it. When we talk about it on here, I'm listening, but at the same time, I'm trying to entertain, right? So I went back and I listened to the Devin White press conference and the Chauncey Gardner-Johnson press conference. And you know what stood out to me? Above all else, What stood out to me was the passion in which they spoke. How they look at this as an opportunity to hit the reset button. How they look at it as unfinished business, especially on CJGJ side. Devin White is looking to prove himself all over again. My man made it very clear. I had the green dot since day one. Oh yeah, N'Kobe, that's my guy. You know, I try recruiting him and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's my youngin. But best believe, I'm coming for that ass. I'm pushing. You feel what I'm saying? This ain't just gonna be some fraternity or just some locker room loving. Nah, this ain't gonna be none of that. This is gonna be one of those situations where, hey, listen, you my young buck, but guess what? I'm coming for that. I'm coming for that. Don't leave your plate unattended because I'm coming for that. You dig what I'm saying, y'all? Let me know if you feel me or not. And look, at the end of the day, you bring up a very good point, Corey. You bring up a very good point, Corey. I can't dismiss this. I hope that passion translates to wins. That's real. I can't sit here and act like that's not important either. That's extremely important. All that energy, all that passion, all that hard work that they're talking about, it has to translate into wins and production at the end of the day. But I think it will. I think it can. I think it can. Has this Eagles defense shown us anything in the past 12 months to make us feel otherwise? No, they haven't. We'll call it what it is. We're going to talk about both sides of it, right? Prior to the offseason, this Eagles defense was a shell of itself. Lacked intensity, lacked desire. They stopped tackling. They lacked motivation. They lacked it seemed like that defense gave up well before the playoffs even started. They was chasing their tails. But when I hear what CJGJ had to say, when I listen to what Devin White had to say, you got to come in and set the tone, right? It has to start somewhere, right? And look, we've seen what Devin White can look like when he's playing at an all-time high. We've seen what Devin White can look like when the motivation is there, when the fire is lit. We've seen that. We know how good Devin White can be. Has he had his struggles over the past couple seasons or so? Absolutely. Absolutely. But the young man is still, what, 25, 26 years old? How old is Devin White? He's 26 years old. CJGJ, 26 years old. So I look at it like this. They too young to be out of gas. They're way too young to be out of gas. So I'm looking at it from this perspective. It's put up or shut up time. Philadelphia, in particular on defense, it's put up or shut up time. They brought some swagger back to the building. They brought some legitimate leadership back to the building. Devin White, say what you want about him, has been a perennial captain. A perennial captain in his time in the NFL. He was captain on day one. Had the green dot on day one. So to think that N'Kobe Dean is owed something, nah, I think not. To think he's owed something, I think not. And some of you guys bring up a good point. Health is very important. Health is wealth. It doesn't matter how talented you are. Can you stay on the field? It doesn't just go for N'Kobe Dean. It goes for CJGJ as well. It goes for everybody. It doesn't matter how good you are. It doesn't matter how good of a game you talk. Can you stay healthy? But all I'm trying to say is this. We was missing something last year. The Philadelphia Eagles was missing an edge last year. Who was the enforcer? Who laid down the heavy hand? Where did the grit come from? I didn't see it on defense, y'all. All I saw was a bunch of finesse, a bunch of arm tackling. So people criticize CJ Gardner-Johnson's tackling ability. But one thing I know for a fact, he ain't going to shy away from the contact. He's not going to shy away from the contact. Devin White, he's not going to shy away from the contact. Adding CJGJ, you got faster. You did. You got more athletic. You added more playmaking on the back end. Devin White, you got more athletic at that position. You got more accountability at that position. So although so many things, so many other factors have to play out, I'm not mad at the moves the Eagles made to improve the defense. And this isn't just about CJGJ or Devin White, right? They're just the tip of the spear. But you brought in guys who are hungry to prove something. Zach Bond, hungry to prove something. Oren Burks, hungry to prove something. Bryce Huff, former undrafted player, has that lunch pail mentality. Was never given anything in this league, had to earn it. So I like where they're going. Is it the end all be all? No. A lot of things have to happen in the draft. Vic Fangio has to put all the stuff together. They got to put all that stuff together, right? Everything has to come together. And Corey, you say something interesting again. You say something very interesting again. He says, what are they supposed to say at the press conference? This is crazy. Do you want them to do well or not, Corey? Do you want them to surpass your expectations or not, Corey? What do you want from them, Corey? I'm asking you a question, Corey. You said it yourself. What do you expect them to say? Right? Do you want them to maximize? All right, then, so act like it, Corey. Act like it, Corey. And you know I love you, Corey. You know I love you. But act like it, damn it. This is war we're talking about. This is war. There are 32 battalions out there. Only one will survive. This is war, Corey. So we may not have the utmost confidence in every soldier, but guess what? Damn it, they wearing the colors. So guess what, Corey? I'm rocking, and I'm rolling, and I'm here to kill, Corey. I'm here to kill. That's all it is. That's all I'm saying. I told y'all, when y'all come to Chalk It Up Sports, don't come here to play. And this ain't about Corey no more. Corey's my guy. But this is about what I bring to the table here. I'm not here to just talk to you guys gently and, really get really analytical and talk to you guys like this and talk about the numbers and this and that. Okay, yeah, the numbers are going to come together. The numbers are going to come together. But this is war. Blood, sweat, and tears is involved, you guys. People almost die on that field. You want to know what makes You want to know what makes sports so important to us as people? Y'all want to know what makes it so important? Sports exists for two reasons and two reasons only. People play sports for two reasons and two reasons only. For glory and to entertain. Sports exists and people play sports for two reasons. For glory and to entertain. So what I'm trying to say is, when you go back to the Gladiator times, when you go back to the Coliseums, those men and women was fighting lions for glory, for entertainment, to prove that they the one, that they can't be fucked with. So all I'm trying to say is this. Do they got a lot to prove on defense? Absolutely. Basically, what I'm saying is they got a lot to prove, and I'm not going to deny that. I'm never going to deny it. You're never going to hear me saying, nah, that Eagles team is good to go. You're not going to hear me sit there and lie. I will never lie to you guys. I will always tell you guys my side of things, my truth, the way I see it, the lenses I look at this life through. All I'm trying to say is, although they have a lot to prove, like my man Corey says, although they have a lot to prove, do we not like the change in the complexion of this defense? Like I said, CJGJ is bringing the swagger back. Now, the only reason we're more optimistic about that is because we've seen it already, and we know what he's capable of. Devin White, they've been talking down on that man. I know what PFF says. I know what the sports nerds are saying about Devin White. We all know. We know what they're saying. Can't cover, can't do this, can't do that, got benched. We understand that. We get that. We understand what all the sports nerds are talking about when it comes to Devin White's game. But damn it, that young man, 26 years old, former Pro Bowler, former second team All-Pro, Super Bowl champion. You mean to tell me he ain't got nothing left? At 26 years old, we ain't talking about Shaq Leonard. We ain't talking about guys that have been through multiple back surgeries. We're talking about a guy in Devin White who has some notches on his belt, who has some things on the resume that you can hold on to, and you can say, okay, all right, maybe he needed a change of scenery. Maybe he needed a change of scenery. We've seen that happen on many occasions. We've seen guys get a change of scenery, and all of a sudden, oh, snap, they back in their mode. So look, things happen. We don't know the ins and outs of that situation. I'm not ignoring the facts, but I'm also trying to face what could come. That's all I'm saying, Philadelphia. That's all I'm saying. Let me give you guys another example. Derek Barnett. Derek Barnett was doing nothing for Philadelphia, was he not? He was doing nothing. Derek Barnett. He moves over to Houston. All of a sudden, he getting sacks there, pressures there. The change of scenery, the different energy, another opportunity to prove that he can do something in this league. So all I'm trying to say is, don't write him off yet. He only 26. He only 26. Don't count him out just yet. That's all. Don't count him out just yet. But let me ask you guys this. Let me ask y'all this question. Prior to free agency and compared today, has the linebacker room improved or not? Do you have more confidence in the linebacker room today versus when you did it in season? It's yes or no. And you can lie all you want, but I know the reality. Hey, flexing, we ain't gonna make no excuses. What are you talking about? See, that's the problem with some of y'all perspective here. You think because I say one thing, I'm unable to acknowledge a new thing. You think I'm gonna make an excuse if he don't play well? You think I'm gonna sit here and say, no, just give him another week? No. This season wasn't it, but I'm telling you, next season. You honestly think the way I carry it, you think I'm gonna sit here and make an excuse that man don't play well? Now I'm asking y'all for real. The way I carry it, the way I stand on business. You think I'm gonna make an excuse for anybody? Come on now. Y'all see me. Come on now. We've been talking every day. I'm gonna call it how I see it. And I don't care if you believe it. But overall, look, I'm optimistic, man. Call me crazy. Call me a whack job. Call me a homer. Say what you want about it. Say what you want about me. But I'm optimistic, man. That's all I can be at this point, optimistic. That's all I can be. Is optimistic about the situation. And also, I think they're going to draft the linebacker too. Let me make that clear. I think they draft the linebacker. That's all. I think they draft one. And Dan Quan, you should. You should be. CJ, if they keep both second round picks, I think they draft one in the second round. If they keep both second round picks, I think they draft one in the second round. That's what I think. Picket season. That's funny. I don't know if people catch that, but picket season, that is funny. That is hilarious. But I look at a guy like Nakobe Dean and I say, okay, you're entering year 3. What will you bring to the table besides orange slices and Band-Aids? What will Nakobe Dean bring to the table? Because the linebacker room needs to be legitimate. They need to be legitimate. And look, I'm not asking for the Eagles to put together the number 1 linebacker core in the NFL. That's not what I'm asking for. That's not what I'm asking for. I'm asking for some legitimacy, some competence. Because it all has to work hand in hand. It all has to work hand in hand. If other guys don't do their job, it's going to make it really hard for other guys to do theirs. So that's just how it works. That's just how it works. Hey, listen, we got 138 people in the live chat. We got 55 on Twitter, 83 on YouTube. I really appreciate you guys for locking in. You guys are tremendous right now. Make sure you guys smash that like button. It really means a lot to me. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. As of right now, where are we at? We're at 22 likes, and we got over 100 people in the live stream. Where they do that at? Come on, man. Come on, y'all. It takes a split second. It takes a split second to hit that like button. Just a split second. You don't lose nothing. All you can do is gain. Because the more y'all hit that like button, the more people gonna find the live stream. That's all. Corey asked a question. He says, Tone, with all the new faces and new coaches, are you concerned about continuity? That's a very good question, Corey. With all the new faces and new coaches, am I concerned about continuity? It's something that deserves to be talked about, especially more so with the coaches. More so with the coaches. More so with the coaches, it concerns me. Because this is the NFL. Players come and players go all the time. This is the NFL. Players come and players go all the time. But on the coach's side, LJ, you're hilarious. On the coaching side, I do worry about that a little bit. I do worry about that. But here's the thing, though. You know, bringing in the new OC, he's not going to overhaul everything that they do. At least that's what I think. I think he's going to bring a new flavor to what they do. He's going to add some more pitches. You follow me? That's what I think. I think he adds more pitches to the repertoire. But overall, though, I think the Philadelphia Eagles still should be one of the most should still be a team that's one of the more respected teams in the league. As a matter of fact, I got a question for y'all. Are the Eagles still respected in league circles? Are the Eagles still respected in league circles? Antonio King, I think they go corner in the first round. That's what I think. I think they go corner in the first round. Dom Simmons says absolutely. Antonio King says yes. Jason A says yes, damn straight. Donald Rome says we were never respected. Really? S. Blunt says if they let Reddick go, they go defensive end. CJ says yes, we are. Flexing and Stepping says they got to earn that respect. I like that. I like that. Here's what I mean by respect, though. I'm talking about when you step on the football field. Do teams look at the Philadelphia Eagles as that squad that they got to make sure they buckle their chin strap for? I'm talking about on the football field. Forget what the media talking. I'm talking about player to player, personnel group to personnel group. When the Eagles step on that field, are they a team that other teams say, hey, make sure you're ready for them? Make sure you're ready for them. Wow. So you guys think it's crazy that it's crazy to hear. You guys believe that the Philadelphia Eagles are a team that people believe are soft. Wow. So y'all think other players think that the Eagles are soft. Wow. You know, when you say that, and also the last brand of football that we saw, can we say that they weren't soft? I can't say that they weren't soft. I have to say that they were soft last year, especially on defense. I think I got to roll with that narrative too. The Eagles were soft last year. In 2022, they were very physical. Yeah. I think from week 13 and on, week 12 and on, they got soft. I think they got soft on the back end. And then the defense definitely didn't help that. So again, that brings me back to my point. Adding CJGJ, adding Devin White, just at face value, because we know they got to prove a lot. We know they got to prove a lot. But at face value, adding CJGJ and adding Devin White, does that add to the toughness? Does that add to the toughness? We acknowledge that they were soft last year on defense. So adding the personnel they did on that side of the ball, can we say that they're trending in the direction of not being soft? Can we say that they're trending in that direction? Is that fair to say? Is that reasonable to say? That they're trending in the direction of not being soft? Wow. Wow. We obviously know they got to prove it. We obviously know that. But I'm asking you to compartmentalize your thinking process. We obviously know that you only prove things on the football field. You don't prove anything on paper. We know that. But when you look at this roster in 2023, and then you look at this roster today, does it look better? Does it look better? That playoff roster versus today's roster, do they look better? Wow. Wow. Well, I'll tell you this. Devin White is better than the Kobe Dean. CJ Gardner-Johnson is better than any safety we had last year. That's the reality. That's the reality. Also, somebody said something really interesting in the live chat. I gotta find it. I'm trying to find that here. Twiz, there it is. Twiz said something really interesting as well. Another person that adds to this is Haason Reddick. Haason Reddick is a very tough player. The kind of player that plays the game with ferociousness. The Eagles are a better team with Haason Reddick. They are a better team with Haason Reddick, without a shadow of a doubt. But realistically speaking, is there any scenario where they can keep him? Because Josh Sweat's contract is coming up next year. You still got to pay DeVonta Smith. As much as we love Haason, could committing too much money to him hurt the DeVonta Smith future. So this Eagles defense, no matter how optimistic I am, they do have a lot to prove. And I will concede that. Hands up. I will concede that. Although I am optimistic about this Philadelphia Eagles defense, they have a lot to prove still. I'm optimistic about CJGJ. He got to stay healthy. I'm optimistic about Devin White. He got to earn his respect back. But here's what's great to me about Devin White's situation. He knows that. He knows that. He's not coming in talking like he has nothing to prove. He's coming in talking like, hey, I got to earn that respect all over again. It's like I'm a rookie all over again. 0 tackles, 0 sacks, 0 interceptions, 0 quarterback hits. You see, although the pessimistic side of you says, well, what do you expect them to say? Here's the thing. They can say what they want to say. They can say what they want to say. No one's telling them what to say and what not to say. Devin White didn't have to say, look, I'm looking at it like I have everything to prove still. I have no sacks, no tackles, no wins. You hear that? So when a guy approaches a situation like that, I have to acknowledge it because it's a peek behind the veil. It's a peek behind the mindset. It's a peek behind the mindset. I look at Devin White as a low risk, high reward signing. Low risk, high reward. CJ Gardner-Johnson, I even look at that as a low risk, high reward because the details of his contract hasn't really come out yet. But the word is it's worth up to $33 million. And when they say up to, that's just so it can sound good. I bet there's so many incentives and so many loopholes in that CJ Gardner-Johnson contract. I know for a fact there is. Shout out to my man, Mr. Rudy Poo, with the $5 super chat. Tone, nothing will change until we get rid of the op glazer who wears the Oh my God, Rudy. Rudy, that was funny, man. Hold on. I gotta read that again, man. Rudy, thank you again for the $5 super chat. He says, and I say this reluctantly, Tone, nothing will change until we get rid of the op glazer. He who wears the jersey number 2 may never play for my team again. Well, look, man. Darius Slay ain't going nowhere. Wait, Darius Slay's number 2, right? Shoot. Rudy Poo is crazy. He called him an op glazer. I've never heard that before. I've never heard that before. Man, shout out to Mr. Rudy Poo with the $5 super chat, man. He called Darius Slay an op glazer. That's crazy. All right, let me ask her this question, man. Because a lot of y'all been killing Darius Slay over the past week and a half or so. And I gotta figure this out here. I got to figure this out. Is this strictly because of that podcast stuff? Is it simply because of the podcast stuff and how he threw his teammates under the bus? Is it because of that? Or do you guys generally think he can't play football? Because I don't think it's a football thing. I think it's the podcast thing. I think he rubbed you the wrong way with that podcast comment. And he rubbed me the wrong way too, by the way, when he said that. That's how I feel, Jay. I don't know him to hate him. I don't know him to hate him. I don't know him enough to hate him, but did I like the podcast statements? No, I didn't like that at all. I didn't like that not one bit. You guys say he quit. I want to know what you guys mean by that before I respond. When you guys call him a quitter, break down what that means to you guys. In what context? I also do think we got to get younger, though. I agree with that. LJ, that's pretty accurate. Now, that's the point that I'm looking for, chips and birds. Slay just became a captain. Says a lot. Yeah, he was a captain for 2 seasons, PFT for sure. He was a captain for 2 seasons. But I guess, I think Chip's point is it took this long in his career for him to be a captain. It took him this long to become a captain. I think that's what Chip is saying. I think if I'm understanding correctly. But, I can't deny the fact that regardless of our feelings, he was their best DB. I have to admit that. Is Darius Slay the best tackler? Hell no. I hate the way he tackles, if he tackles at all. But he was their best DB last year. He was their best DB. Cameron Holmes, how you feeling, my friend? It's been a while. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the show as always. I'm your guy, Tone DeShields II. You guys are locked in on Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. We just got to charge it to the game. My man, Furman Figueroa, he says, Darius Slay comes off as a mercenary and not a true Eagle. He's an awesome player. He's an awesome player, guys, but once he started with that podcast, he just started talking too much. Yeah. I mean, look. I just feel like Darius Slay, he didn't make all the decisions, in my opinion, that made sense at the time. But who am I to say what made sense for him physically? But I will say this though, his timing was more than coincidental. His timing was impeccable. The moment Matt Patricia took over, you're getting that knee cleanup. That's not a good look. And here's the sad part about it. Right? Let's just say, and follow me here. Let's just say he really did need that knee cleanup. The fact that you did it when you did it does not look good. It's not a good look. Right? Let's just say hypothetically he really needs, because remember, he was dealing with that injury all year. He was dealing with the knee all year. That's not like a new thing that popped up. He's been dealing with it. But all of a sudden, Patricia comes in and you decide to get the cleanup. That's not a good look. Even if you really needed it, it's not a good look. It doesn't look good. That's all. It doesn't look good. And then also, although I feel like Slay was their best DB last year, I also feel like he was the best DB in a room full of guys that were terrible. Terrible. So I understand where you're coming from. I understand. I'm not going to pretend like I don't. I'm not going to pretend like I don't understand your perspective. I do understand your perspective. I truly, truly do. And I respect your perspective. Shout out to my man Furman with the $5 super chat. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Let's shift gears a little bit. Let's shift gears. What's Kelee Ringo's upside? What's Kelee Ringo's upside? How do we feel about what he showed us last year, huh? Because Kelee Ringo was a player that I was indifferent on in season. I was happy that they got him in the draft. I liked all his measurables. I like the athleticism. I like the speed. I like the program he came from. But how good can he be? Because when you look at him, he looks like a player. Has the length, has the athleticism you like. But I'm curious to know, how good can he be? Hold on one second, you guys. Does Kelee Ringo have the ability to become a starter? Because let me ask you guys this. What do you think Howie Roseman's vision for Kelee Ringo is? Crowley says, I feel all right. I feel better about him than Bradbury. Yeah, man, Bradbury is not somebody I'm too optimistic about right now. Donald Roan, he says, Ringo shows potential, needs playing time. Preseason is the time to put his feet to the fire. LJ says he was our second highest ranked corner as per PFF. Small sample size, but still, it should matter. I mean, when he came in, and when he came in his largest capacity, the Eagles weren't playing anybody. But he did have a good game. He had a good game against the Seahawks. Cameron Holmes says his ceiling is a solid CB2 to me. Hopefully Vic doesn't F it up. Flexing the Steppin says, I hope Ringo's that guy. Jameer Adams says, I like him, but I just haven't seen enough. Furman says, Tone, please check our Nate Wiggins out of Clemson. Everyone has us taking him at 22 in the draft. Okay, I'll definitely check him out. I'll definitely check him out. You know what's so funny? It's funny, right? All of the Georgia players that we drafted, you know, outside of Jalen Carter, you know, we got questions about. But all the Alabama guys we drafted, they're legit. They're legit. So, right. I know we forget about him, and he doesn't get talked about it much, but I think Nolan Smith is a guy that we got to look out for. And what I mean by look out is he's the guy. Nolan Smith is a guy that you have to put that pressure on. Remember, Nolan Smith is a first-round pick. Nolan Smith is a first-round pick. And he barely got on the field last year. Nolan Smith is on the hot seat as well. Where does Nolan Smith fit in? Where can he make an impact? Nolan Smith has to be a legitimate pinch hitter for Bryce Huff, Josh Sweat, Haason Reddick if he's here. Like, Nolan Smith has to step up. That's a first-round draft pick. I know we forget about it because he was on the back end of the first round. But Nolan Smith, he has to turn into a player. Because remember, the Philadelphia Eagles drafted Nolan Smith to replace Haason Reddick at some point. That was the plan. The plan was replace Haason Reddick with Nolan Smith. If you notice, they're built exactly the same. They're almost a carbon copy of one another. So Nolan Smith has to become a player for the Eagles. But I ask, where does he fit? He has to get stronger. Too often, I saw Nolan Smith getting swallowed up by tackles. Make sure you guys smash that like button. I really appreciate you guys. It means a lot to me. Hitting that like button helps the content move, helps more people find it. It helps YouTube push it to the forefront. And Jermaine, welcome to the show, by the way. Welcome to the show, Jermaine Brown. Look, I'm not judging him off of his rookie year because I like to give guys grace from the rookie year. I like to give guys grace. So I don't really have a strong opinion of Nolan Smith quite yet. I think that's fair. Cameron Holmes, I like what you just said there. Nolan Smith is more athletic than Reddick, but he doesn't have a pass rush plan like Reddick. I like the way Corey, I swear on everything I love, man. This will be the last time I'll let you guys in behind the veil. That'd be the last time. That'd be the last time. Okay, Corey? Corey just ruined it for y'all. No more personal photos of Tone. Corey just messed it up for everybody. But look, Nolan, he does need a pass rushing plan. You can't just rely on speed. You have to set it up. You got to get stronger in the hands. You know, just having speed alone is not it's not going to cut it. It's not going to cut it. Thank you, Mimi. I appreciate it. Thank you for the love, Mimi. I'm glad somebody liked it. Make sure you guys smash that like button. We got 108 people in the live stream, and we only got 66 likes, man. Let's go on a like spree. We got 72 people tuning in on the Twitter side. Make sure y'all hit that like button as well. Really appreciate it. And on the YouTube side, we got 107. Let's go on the like spree, man. Hey, listen, LJ, Corey. I gotta watch y'all closely, man. I gotta watch y'all closely. As much as, because yo, LJ, that's funny as hell, man. I gotta watch LJ and Corey closely. I gotta make sure that they conducted themselves properly in this chat. I need a larger sample size. Okay? That's all it is. I want a Brian Branch too, Candy. That's a good point. I want a Brian Branch bad at that time. But that's all it is. We gotta watch LJ and Corey. We gotta make sure that they're on their best behavior. We gotta make sure they're on their best behavior first. Ty Banks, thank you, man. I appreciate it. LJ, I gotta know how old are you, man. I gotta know how old are you. I gotta know. I need to know how old you are, LJ. Corey, same thing, man. I gotta know how old you are. Bro. What's the problem with this generation, man? Everything is pause. Everything is pause. LJ 37. Everything is pause, man. What is going on? Everything is pause these days. Everything. You can't even have a conversation without somebody saying pause. Come on, man. Where is our security at? What is this assault on our masculinity, man? All I'm saying is, look, I've been around old heads, and they don't play that pause shit. I'll tell you that right now. I've been around old heads, and they don't play that pause mess. They don't play that. Old heads do not play that pause mess. They don't play around. Man, one time I'm talking to one of my uncles. He said something, and I was like, pause. And he was like, what? He was like, that's the problem with your young bulls now. That's the problem with your young bulls now. Everything is pause. Where y'all minds at? I couldn't even say nothing. All I could do was laugh. All this pause, like this how y'all minds work? Like this how y'all mind works? This how y'all think? I'm like, yo, that's crazy. I ain't even mad at it though. So look, man. Overall, I think the Philadelphia Eagles. I think Corey said I can't say shit around them. I'm paying it forward. But look, overall, I think this team. Now, pause is funny. You know, sometimes that shit is hilarious though. Like on it is what it is. with Cameron and Mace, that shit is hilarious. It's hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. Some of them and look, there are some situations that are pause worthy. There are plenty of situations that are pause worthy. But every situation ain't pause worthy, yo. Not everyone. But pause is a crazy offense, right? Yo, ayo, Eagles fan. Ayo. But yeah, I think this I think CJ Gardner-Johnson and Devin White, they bring an edge to the Eagles that was missing. No Diddy. That's funny. Yo, that's funny. No Diddy. I think that's funnier actually than pause. But nonetheless, though, I think CJ Gardner-Johnson and Devin White bring a new edge to the Philadelphia Eagles. That's the kind of vibe we on. And I think they're going to be better this year. I really, really do. I think they're going to be better this year. All right. All right. So let's look at the Philadelphia Eagles cap space right now. Let's see what we're working with here. Let's look at the cap tracker. Okay, I think it just got updated. All right, here we go. All right, let's look at the cap space. All right. Here we go. As of right now, the Eagles are still ranked 5th in terms of cap. It says here their cap space stands at $34.5 million. $34.5 million. I think you need about 15 to 20 million for rookies. So 34 million in cap space, 34.5. No, I didn't know he posted it. I didn't know DeVonta Smith posted Judy's deal, but he knows though. He knows. He knows what's coming. He knows the money is down the road. He understands that. I got a question for y'all though. I got a question. Who do you guys think has the most sacks on the Eagles in 2024? Who's going to have the most sacks? Who's going to have the most sacks? I just put the poll in the live chat. We got 150. We got 152 people in the chat. We got 77 on YouTube, 75 on Twitter. Who do you guys think is going to have the most sacks for the Eagles? A lot of you guys are already saying Reddick. Man, wow. And obviously, that's assuming he stays. That's assuming he stays. So, but who has the most, Eagles fan? Who has the most? I understand, LJ, but who do you think has the most, though? Flexion said, we don't even know who's going to be here. Hey, I'm asking you today, though. The roster's to the roster. Reddick's still in the contract. Who has the most? So far, 54% of you guys say Reddick. 21% says Carter. 17% says Huff. Yeah, I like Huff too. I watched it too. Huff is ferocious. Huff is ferocious. You know, I ain't gonna lie. I'm nervous about Brandon Graham this year. I know they brought him back on a 1-year deal, and Brandon Graham is an Eagles legend. He's gonna retire at the end of this year. But I'm nervous about him. What impact can he really provide? He's taking the roster spot up. But it is his final year, Jason. So it's a possibility he could turn up. I'm not talking about like, it's just that they didn't put him on the field that much last year. They didn't put him on the field that much last year, man. I hope so. I hope so. Dan Quan, Eagles realist. I hope so. Hey, Corey, he is. Corey, he definitely is. He is more productive than Kobe Dean. That is a fact. That is an absolute fact, Corey. I can't even lie. Eagles fan says, well, okay. He says Graham has no business on his team. He's getting a final tour like he's Kobe. Like Draymond said to Paul Pierce, you ain't no Kobe. They brought him back for his locker room presence. Corey Little says he there to stop the run. BG is very good at stopping the run. I'll say that. BG is very good at stopping the run. He also look. He's another guy that brings an edge. He's another guy that brings an edge, right? So you got CJGJ who gonna talk trash. You got BG who gonna talk trash. You got Devin White, who's a very vocal, very tough player. You know what I'm saying? Look, I still think Graham. I think he got something, but I'm just curious. I just want to know how they use him. That's all it is. I want to know how they use him. All right. Okay. Do you guys think DeVonta gets his contract? Do you think his contract gets done this season? Or do you think it gets done next offseason? Do you guys think DeVonta Smith contract get done this season? Or I'm sorry, this offseason? Or next offseason? Or during the season? Very good, Eagles realists. During the season or next offseason? Eagles realist says before the bye week. Dan Quan says after this year. Jason says he'll get it during the season. Flex and Steppen says this year for sure. Jason says, I say October, November. LJ says should be this year. Salaries are going up every year. Yeah, I think I agree. Candy says this year. You know, I'm looking at it from this perspective. I think you got to get it done as soon as possible. The longer you wait, the higher the price tag goes. That's what I think. I think the longer you wait, the higher the price tag goes. Corey says, how they going to pay 2 wide receivers over $25 million? That's a good question. I don't think Smith gets over 25, though. I think Smith is going to get 23, 24. The Eagles have until May to pick up his fifth-year option. I think no, he getting more than 20 million, Jacob. He getting more than 22 million. He getting more than 22 million. Smitty getting 23 million minimum. Because I think Smitty is going to eat in this Kellen Moore offense. AJ's making 25 million a year. Now remember, AJ signed that deal a couple years ago. That was a really high number. AJ is still in the top 5 wide receivers paid. And also, AJ Brown is only entering year 2 of that new contract. Remember, the first year we had him, he was still playing on the rookie contract. And then in 2023, that was the first year of the new contract. And then this year in 2024 will be the second year of the new contract. Remember that. I think Smitty gets 24. I think Smitty gets 23 or 24. Corey. DeVonta Smith is not getting 30 million, bro. He is not getting 30 million. Joshua Mullen says his value is 22. Well, look, Michael Pittman's value was less than that, and he got 23. So I think Smitty gets 23. I think Smitty going to get 23 or 24. DeVonta Smith is not getting 30 million, bro. There's no team that would pay DeVonta Smith $30 million. And I'm a DeVonta Smith guy. He's not getting $30 million. That's just you smoking dope. Smoking dope. And also, they're not signing DeVonta to a 5-year deal. That's not going to happen. It's probably going to be a 4-year deal for DeVonta. It's probably going to be a 4-year extension. DeVonta's 25, I think. Let's check this out. DeVonta's 25 years old. He'll be 26 when the season starts. Yeah, the Eagles signed him to a 4-year deal. Look at this. So right now, they got DeVonta's market value at $22.8 million. I think he's going to get 23 or 24. But Corey, there's also a pecking order. There's a pecking order to this thing. Calvin Ridley's getting 23 million a year. Michael Pittman's getting 23. I think Smitty is better than both of them. So he's probably going to get 24. Well, Christian Kirk is only making 19 million a year, 18 million a year, if I'm not mistaken. Christian Kirk is not even making 20 million a year. At the time, people didn't get it, but Christian Kirk right now is making 18 million a year right now. That's ranked 20th in the league. He's making 18 million a year. He's ranked 20th in the league. Jerry Jeudy makes more than Christian Kirk. Brandon Cooks makes more than Christian Kirk. So when you're thinking about it from that perspective, I mean, look, Terry McLaurin making 22.7 million. Michael Pittman making 23.3. Calvin Ridley making 23 solid. Deebo Samuel, 23.8. At the end of the day, they're going to pay these guys in accordance with the current contracts that are out there. It's all about what the market is telling you. As of right now, if I had to guess, I think Smitty falls in between the Stephon Diggs contract and the Calvin Ridley contract. That's what I think. Let's take a look at it. Just look at this. Tyreek Hill making 30 million. Devontae Adams, 28. Cooper Kupp, 26.7. He's stealing money, by the way. AJ Brown, 25. Stephon Diggs, 24. DK Metcalf, 24. Deebo Samuel, 23.8. Michael Pittman, 23.3. I think this is the sweet spot for Smitty. I think this is the sweet spot. 23, 23.5, 24 million. I think this is where Smitty's going to end up. He's going to end up in this area. Smitty's getting a 4-year deal, y'all. He's getting a 4-year deal. That's what I honestly think. I firmly believe he's getting a 4-year deal. Okay, Ty. Good call. Good call. Smitty isn't even really the type to talk about his money. He's gonna let the business handle itself. I wouldn't be surprised if they're talking to those people right now. So I think Devontae is going to sign a 4-year extension at about $95 million total. Like 50 million guaranteed. Something like that. It's going to be hard though. Look, it's tough. It's not easy paying. Look, we're going to be honest about this. It's not easy. It's not easy paying 2 wide receivers north of $20 million. It's not easy. But here's the part about it though. When AJ enters the final year of that contract, he's going to be looking to re-up. He's going to be looking to re-up. Nah, I don't think Smitty cracks 100. I think Smitty's going to be 4 years, 95 million, 96 million, something like that. And where would that put him? That would put him at 24 million a year. I think Smitty's contract is going to be something like 4 years, 96 million, 50 million, 60 million, maybe guaranteed. That's what I think. I think it's going to be something like that. 96 million over 4 years, 60 million guaranteed. Hey, Corey, I do push-ups for real. I really do push-ups. Be careful. I live and die by my push-ups, Corey. But no, I think Corey, you on the gym? But do you do legs? Do you do legs, Corey? But are you skipping leg day? Oh man. Congratulations to you though, Corey, man. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. You do you own a gym in the Philadelphia area, in the PA area, or where are you? Where are you? Where do you own a gym? If you don't mind me asking, you ain't got to tell me the exact location, but you know, I'm curious. Oh, York, PA. Okay, cool. Like, is your gym a franchise or is it like or is it a privately owned gym? Like, did you buy into a franchise? Okay. Hey, listen, if you guys are in, oh, okay, I see you lifting the kettlebell in your little in your picture. Okay. So, hey, listen. If you guys are in the York, PA area, make sure you guys go check out CFB Fitness and Nutrition. Go check them out. CFB Fitness and Nutrition. Matter of fact, let's see if we can find it. See if we can find it online here. CFB Fitness and Nutrition. Yep, York, PA came up right away. Came up right away. Okay. Hey, listen, you guys. Let's show some love here to my guy Corey here. Let's show some love to my guy Corey here. You know, so it's all about that love, man. Make sure you guys go check out, if you're in the York, PA area, go check out my man Corey's business, his company, his gym, CFB Fitness and Nutrition. Getting started is easy. Go check them out. Go check out my man Corey. CFB Fitness and Nutrition in York, PA. If that's where you are. If you guys are in the York, PA area, go check out Corey Allen's private gym. I'm sorry, semi-private. Semi-private. Let me see if I can get the location up here. Give me a moment here. Listen, we got you, Corey. We got you. Our founder, Corey Allen. Y'all see Corey, man. You already know, Corey. It's all love. You already know. Go check him out, man. Go check him out. This is dope. This is dope. This is where they're located. (721) North Hartley Street, York, PA. Go check them out. Go check them out, man. That's fire. I like that. That's fire, man. Make sure you go check out my man Corey Allen, CFB Fitness and Nutrition. Go do that, man. That's cool, man. So, Corey, shout out to you, man. I may not be challenging you to a push-up contest then. I may not be challenging you. I may not take that bet, Corey. Oh, man. Oh, man. But listen, man, I appreciate y'all, man. Look, there's always love here, man. Ain't about nothing. Love don't cost a thing. Love don't cost a thing, man. That's what it's all about, man. Spreading it. It's all about spreading that love. It's all about spreading that love, y'all. But yeah, overall, man, hell yeah, I'm ducking, flexing, and stepping. He own a gym. What you want me to do? Flexing. He own a gym. What you want me to do? I don't own a gym. I just go to one. Yeah. He own the gym. What you want me to do? He walk in on his own. He walk in solo dolo. Check out what's going on, my man. Hell, so far, I'm ducking for real. Oh, I'm ducking him for real. I don't want no smoke. My man own the gym. But overall, look, man, I think the Eagles so far are having a pretty good off season. But they have to put it together at the end of the day. They got to put it together at the end of the day. All that. Hey, flexing. Hey, flexing. Hey, you already know, whether we win or we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. You know. You know. Okay. All right, you got me, flexing. You got me. I appreciate that. You got me on that. Hey, that's a good point, flexing. Oh, just what if we tie? Man. But overall, though, I just think I'm optimistic about this team right now. I think right now they're about maybe an 11 or 12 win team right now. 11 or 12 wins. But that defense gotta you gotta continue to add more to that defense. That's just my humble opinion. That's just my humble opinion. Overall, I think they got to add more to that defensive side. They got to figure out what the plan is for Haason Reddick. They got to figure that out because you know they push back his bonus. So are they trying to give themselves flexibility to make a move? I don't know. All right, so I'm looking at the poll, right? And so far, 39% of you guys think Haason Reddick is going to have more sacks for the Eagles in 2024. Then it's Jalen Carter at 31%. Oh, I'm sorry, Haason Reddick at 40%, Carter at 31%, Bryce Huff at 21%, Josh Sweat at 7%. Okay. All right. But yeah, today's live stream isn't going to be as long as the others. But so far, D-Mizzle, for real. D-Mizzle. Come on, man. Really? Y'all know damn well what I'm talking about. See, this is the problem, man. This is the problem. This is the problem. We can't be serious here. We can't be serious here. But real quick, you guys, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you guys I know I got you, Demons. I know. I got you. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Shout out to my let me see. I really appreciate you guys for locking in. Like I said, we got 81 people on YouTube, 79 people on Twitter. You guys are doing great work here. You guys are doing great work. So yeah, overall, like I said, I just wanted to come in, check the temperature with you guys, and kind of set the tone a little bit and let you guys know at the end of the day, this is war we're talking about. This is battle. And I think Devin White and CJGJ are bringing that edge back. They're trying to bring that swagger back, that toughness back for the Philadelphia Eagles because they didn't have that last year. There was no swagger. There was no moxie, no toughness. Hey, Dan Quan, congratulations. I'm telling you congratulations because you're going to get the job. You're going to get the job, Dan Quan. Big facts on that. You're getting the job. So go in there, be confident, be charismatic. You know what I'm saying? Trust your process. Trust the work that you put in. Know that you're more than just your resume. So go get that job, Dan Quan. Go get that moolah, baby. Go get that moolah, baby. You feel me? You know your worth. You know your value. So go in there, head held high, shoulders back, chest out, shake that hand firmly, and let them know this is my job to lose. And I ain't walking out here empty-handed. Hey, listen, y'all remember what Denzel said to Jamie Foxx, right? He said, I'm leaving here with something. I'm leaving here with something. I'm leaving here with something. So shout out to my man Dan Quan Barkley. Congratulations, because you're going to get the job, my man. And just know, when you get that new job, I'm gonna need some super chats. It's like, no, I'm playing. It's like, no, I'm playing. But Dan Quan, congratulations, man. We're gonna tap in. We're gonna tap in with you and make sure you got that job. We're gonna check in. All right. So good luck to you, Dan Quan. Good luck. We're definitely gonna tap in and make sure you got that job. We're gonna tap in. But yeah, man, I appreciate you guys so much. It's been a hell of a show. Shout out already to Mr. Rudy Poo with his $5 super chat. Shout out to Furman Figueroa with this $5 super chat. He's been going crazy for me, man. I really appreciate Furman. Mr. Rudy Poo and Furman Figueroa, thank you for your $5 super chats, fellas. I really do appreciate it. Shout out to LJ. Shout out to Flexing and Stepping. Trade 979. Keisha. Corey Allen. Slagger. Eagle Slayer. Daquan Barkley. Corey Allen. You know what I'm saying? Candy McDaniel, excuse me. Austin, D Mizzle, Twiz. Shout out to you guys, man. CJ Davis, Rome Robinson. Shout out to Matt the Fly Angler. Prince Swayze. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to all the lovely ladies and all the lovely gentlemen in the live chat. Jason 18, appreciate you. Who else we got in here, man? Joshua Mullins, thank you so much for being here. Means a lot. Donald Roan, Pretty Mimi, thank y'all for being here. Eagles Realist, thank you for being here. Corey Littles, thank you for being here. Brother Hannibal, Ty Banks live. Thank y'all for showing love. Eagles fan with a PH. Thank you for being here. Thank you guys for being here and always staying loyal to the soil. Slasher, thank you for being here. Jamal Marshall, thank you for being here. Travis Ryken, thank you for being here. Make sure you guys smash that like button before we get out of here. Let's do a final rush on that like button. We got 91 likes so far. Let's do a final rush on that like button, man. A final rush. Let's see if we can get to 100. We got 92 likes so far. Let's see if we can get to 100, y'all. If you haven't hit that like button already, hey, listen, my Twitter people, we got 79 people on the Twitter side. Thank y'all so much. Y'all have been tremendous as well. I can't see all of you guys, but I see all 79 of y'all. I can't see your names, but I'm grateful for y'all being here, man. Truly. Let's get a rush on that like button. You know what I'm saying? 74 people on YouTube, 79 watching Twitter. If any of my Twitter people can migrate to the YouTube side, please do me a favor and hit that like button. It goes a long way. It goes a really, really long way. Shout out to my man Jamal Marshall with the $2 super chat. Is that Akuma? Is that Akuma? Thank you, Jamal Marshall. Fly Eagles fly, my brother. Fly Eagles fly with the $2 super chat. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. 97 likes. We almost there, y'all. 97 likes. Let's do it. 98 likes. Let's do a quick rush before we get out of here. Let's do a quick rush. Let's do a quick rush on that. Shout out to my man Anthony Wilson, Stevie Blake. Who else we got in the building? Brandon the Great. Thank you for showing love on the content as always. Alan Perovic, thank you for showing love on the content. Jameer Adams, thank you so much, my friend. 2 more likes and we got 100, y'all. 2 more likes. Crawley, 26, thank you, my friend. Ken Lewis, thank you for showing love to the show, man. Chip Season Birds, thank you. 1 more like and we at 100. 1 more like. Who's going to be? Who's going to be? Wealthy Mind, welcome to the show, my friend. Thank you so much for showing love. We at 99 likes. Who's going to be lucky number 100? Shout out to my brother, Pro Fan Talk. Appreciate him. Twiz, thank you. Austin, thank you so much. Eddie Holmes, thank you. We made it, y'all. 100 likes. 100 likes. Thank you guys so much, man. You guys have been tremendous, and we did it. Like I said, today's live stream wasn't going to be as long as the others. That was kind of my plan from the beginning, but I always wanted to tap in with y'all. Shout out to my little brother, Cody Figueroa. I appreciate you. Antonio King, thank you so much. Once again, shout out to Jamal Marshall for his $2 super chat. Shout out to Furman Figueroa with the $5 super chat. Shout out to Mr. Rudy Poo with this $5 super chat as well. You guys are tremendous. I do not take the love and the support and the investment for granted. I kind of look at this as an investment, right? You guys are buying into my stock. And all I can do is continue to prove why I'm worthy of it. So thank you. And Jason A-Team, I haven't created memberships yet, but that's to come soon. I'm working on that. I don't want to create memberships yet without having something to offer. You know, and Trey, you're right. But I can create memberships, but I don't want to create them yet if I don't have anything to offer. You feel me? I don't want to create any memberships yet until I have something to offer. And I think that's only fair to you guys. You know, some people got memberships and they're not giving y'all nothing. There's nothing exclusive going on. You know, nothing of the nature. So I just want to make sure with any kind of membership that I do create, I want to make sure that I'm able to offer you guys something different, something exclusive, something special that makes it worthwhile. And you know, I'll leave it at that. So I'm your guy, Tone DeShields II. You guys have been locked in on Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. One love, stay humble, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay hungry. And fly Eagles fly.